Plaintiff Larry Cook says when he first met the defendant, he was the chief of police and she was a waitress. Larry claims after they moved in together, he suspected that the defendant was using drugs. And after they got into a scuffle, she had him arrested for assault and he lost his job. Larry's suing his ex for an unpaid loan. Defendant Tammy Wright says while she was with Larry, he beat her almost every other week. Tammy claims she constantly had black eyes and bruises. And after she left him, he started stalking her. Tammy denies owing Larry because she insists he only asked for the money after she refused to see him.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
Well, sir, Tammy here is my ex-wife. We met in February of '06 in this little town. I was the police chief and she worked at this restaurant. And we had been talking for a few weeks. And
How long after meeting did you all marry?
just a matter of probably a couple months.
All right, and how was the marriage?
Well, come to find out, I got her out of jail to marry her. I didn't know that at the time.
You're the police chief, and you didn't know that you had gotten her out of jail to marry her.
Well, what it was, sir, she was on work release, and I didn't know that, and I took someone to jail, and that's when I ran into her checking in, and I asked her what was going on, and that's when she explained to me that she was on work release.
And you promptly asked that she receive bail so that you could take her before the judge, not for a guilty or innocent plea, but to marry her.
No, sir, I did pay an attorney to get her out of jail, and she wanted to get married yesterday, and I tried to get her to wait a few months down the road.
You told her you got to go before the other judge first,
yes,
the criminal judge, before we go to the marriage judge.
Yes, sir.
No, Your Honor.
So you married her knowing that she was a criminal.
That's not true.
Well, I thought that she could change her life. And
What happened during the marriage?
well, I took her and her kids. She had 2 kids. I took them into my home. I provided for them.
You're lying.
And supported her kids, and everything was fine for a couple months or so. And then I suspected her of being on drugs or cheating on me. I'd come home every night and she'd
Your Honor.
be high or
I'll get
whatever,
to you.
passed out in the bed or
High
whatever.
off what?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I couldn't smell anything on her breath, but
I
she'd
was
be passed out in the bed. And so this went on, and then in September we kind of got into a scuffle, and I wound up getting arrested.
Police chief.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Lost
But I'm
my
the
job
bad
over
one.
that.
You lost your job?
And she had me put in jail, so I sued her for divorce. And
I filed for divorce.
I'll let you stop there before we get to the unpaid loan you're suing her about. Ma'am, you want to give me some background?
Mr. Cook is only suing me because I will not have anything to do with him.
All right.
I certainly do not deny that I had issues in the past. He's a controlling alcoholic. We were only married in a relationship 5 months before he convinced me to quit my job, to move into his home. When I moved into his home, I discovered that he was truly a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I also discovered he had been Mr. Police Chief in 7 rehabs and convicted of 4 assaults. He constantly drank. He would go on drinking binges.
Is that true, sir? You've been convicted of all those assaults?
no, sir, that's not
Yes,
true.
sir, it is true.
Do you have any evidence of that, ma'am?
Yes,
That's a
Your
pretty
Honor, actually, I have a few
inflammatory
things.
allegation for a police chief.
Well,
What is it you're handing me? Hold on. What is it you're
the
handing
first
me?
document is when he talks about that we got in a little scuffle.
What is the document
It's
about?
showing where he showed up to court.
Not regarding you. I'm asking you about the 4 assaults
No,
in the
sir,
past.
I have my assault on me.
Okay.
I don't
Let's
deny
see
that, Judge.
He's admitting to that. You made a very inflammatory allegation toward a police chief, that he had a record. And now I find that the only evidence you have is the one that he admittedly assaulted you. All right, let's move on. What else do you want to tell me?
Okay, he constantly drank. He's a binge
I heard
drinker.
that. Why did you
I
all
was-
get a divorce? You divorced him?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed for divorce
divorced
because
her.
I
Quiet,
continually kept black eyes and bruises. My son came home and he was 14, had had enough. Yet
How often would he beat you?
About every other week. I kept a black eye about it.
How long were you all together?
5 months. As soon as I could get out, I had
Let's
to send
see.
my...
You have any pictures?
No, I'm sure
Let
the
me
court
read the
does.
police report.
I do have a DVO.
You have the police report?
I have the DVO where we went
Sir,
to the
did
DVO.
you ever blacken her eyes and all of
Sir,
that?
we got into a
Many
scuffle
times.
that night, and I
Not a
was...
scuffle when you
Many
blacken
times.
somebody's eye. What happened?
We were just, it was a shoving thing. I don't deny that I pled guilty to assault
How
forward.
was her eye blackened?
Well, I guess
He punched me in the eye.
I smacked her, whatever.
That's a lot different, sir, than a scuffle. I believe you, ma'am. I believe he was abusive. I hope you weren't out there abusing citizens. Go ahead.
Also, Your Honor, when we went to court over the assault charge, he showed up for court drunk, blew almost 3 times the legal limit, and was consequently fired as chief of police.
Good.
He refused to sign the divorce papers. He stalked me from November 6th to April 07. He eventually, from that time, did leave me alone. In May of 07, we were divorced finally. As soon as that DVO was terminated, he showed up at my work. He knew I was financially having some issues.
Okay.
He gave me the $600. I do not deny that.
Sir, when did she borrow it, and what was the agreement on repayment?
Sir, I hadn't heard from her for 2 years. No contact whatsoever. She called me up about a week prior to...
When? What month and year?
May the 9th of this year, she called me up out of the clear blue and said that she was overdrawn at the bank. Said there was 2 other checks that hadn't cleared the bank, and she was having a difficult time, and she asked if she could borrow $600.
When did she agree to repay you?
She said that she would pay me $50 a week until she got it paid off.
Okay.
And I haven't received a cent of it to this day. I called her. I waited about a couple months. I called her 2 or 3 different times, and I said, "You're getting a little delinquent on your payment."
What did she say?
She said, "I'm going to pay you at the end of this
Ma'am,
month."
let me hear from you.
I don't see how he could recall that, Your Honor, because he was drunk every time he called me.
You tell me what you recall.
He gave me the money, and he said that he
No,
would...
how did you come to even ask for it? Back up. Did you call him after not speaking with him for
No.
2 years?
He contacted me, came by my place of employment, and called a couple of times, said he was going to AA. I did ask him for the $600.
All right. You all were friends.
Sort of.
And you asked him to borrow $600.
I didn't really ask him, but I told him the situation.
And he said what?
He said that he brought me a check for $600 to my place of employment.
He never asked you to repay?
Not until I refused to see him or to work things out
When
with
was
him.
that?
A couple of months later.
Refused to see him in just period?
Because he called after the $600, he called me on several occasions, intoxicated, and I'm terrified of this man.
He wasn't calling you intoxicated before the money?
No,
But
no.
yet he was calling you.
Well, 2 or 3 times. He came by my work once. Of course, he was not intoxicated then.
How about the other 2 times?
No.
It just so happened when he wanted his money back,
Yes.
that's when he decided to get intoxicated.
Several times.
All right. And what would you tell him?
I would not talk to him. I just hung up. I did not want any part of that, and that's a
So
lot.
you don't know if he was asking for the money?
Oh, I mean, he would get that part in, but I just,
You
once
said tell me how it happened.
he called me and asked me about the $600. He was belligerent and drunk and said that if I didn't give him the $600, he was going to take me to court. That happened on...
What did
maybe-
you say?
I just hung up.
Okay, give me another example.
Pretty much the
Why
same.
didn't you deny on him? Why didn't you say I don't owe you anything before hanging up?
He was drunk. I just
I don't
didn't.
believe you, ma'am. $600 for the plaintiff. I believe she owes you this money. However, sir, based on your own admission and what I've read in these records, I'm glad you're no longer on the police force. Have a good day.
She knows she's a con artist. I don't have to tell anybody.
I think he's going to continue to drink and cause problems for many people.